What's up, everybody? It's Mac Ann's Garage coming at you today with a nice little quick repair on a 2003 Chrysler Town and Country. This should be the same process for, I believe, 2003, probably to like 2007 or 8. We're going to try to change our thermostat today. If you're wondering where the thermostat is located on these vehicles, this is for the 3.8 liter V6. It may be different on the other motor, which I think is a 3.5. But our thermostat is located right here. Here's our thermostat housing. And I believe these are 13 millimeter bolts. You should be able to get your thermostat from a local auto parts store. We grabbed one from AutoZone. It was about $7 or $8. Here's the thermostat for it. Here's the part number. And it did not come with a gasket, so make sure you get the gasket that goes along with it. Here's the thermostat gasket we got. Got both of these from AutoZone. Should work here. Oh, the other motor's 3.3. I'm starting at 3.5. So this will work in the 3.3 and the 3.8 for the Chrysler Town and Country. All right, we've gotten our 13 millimeter bolts out. And now you just go ahead and pull the housing back. You'll see your old thermostat here. Pay attention to the orientation of it. See that little divot thing here? Make sure that your new one goes back in that same location, so that's pointing upward. So now what you may have to do is you want to clean this off, either with like a scraper or a knife, and then pop out your old thermostat, which you may need a screwdriver for that. And just make sure you clean this surface off really good. All right, here's a tip for when you're trying to change this thermostat on these vehicles. And this applies to any car. Make sure that your vehicle is cold. Prefer that you let this thing sit either overnight, if not longer. And you definitely don't want to try to remove this thing while it's hot. One plus side to these Chryslers, by this thermostat being on top, you should not have to drain out any coolant because this hose is at a higher area in your actual coolant fill for your radiator. So I didn't drain anything out of here. I just checked my fluid level to make sure it was sufficient. It's a little low, which actually works out, but I'm going to top this off anyway. And then you want to make sure you thoroughly clean your surfaces. So I got to do some scraping on here to get this cleaned off. And I put a rag in the top of here, so as I'm bending this up to scrape this off, I'm not getting debris down inside the reservoir or down to the coolant tube. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll put my new thermostat and my gasket in. Alright, now that I've cleaned off the housing down there, I've cleaned this up pretty good. Try to do a little bit more scraping. One thing I always try to do is apply some adhesive, gasket maker. I have to use this Permatex water pump and thermostat housing gasket maker, or RTV, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like a silicone complex. So I'll just like smear a little bit on here and apply our brand new gasket to that location also. That'll help the gasket adhere. And I'll leave that on there for a few minutes to tack up before I go and reinstall the new thermostat and put this back in place. Alright, so when installing your new thermostat goes in first with the spring end facing out. Make sure this little tab thing here is in upper position, and then apply your gasket on top of that. And usually I give it, like I said, I give it a few minutes before that that Permatex RTV. I let that tack up a little bit before I put this stuff back together. So we've done that. So now we're going to go ahead and fish this back down under our wires, put it back in our housing, and reinstall our 13 millimeter bolts. Alright, so go ahead and torque this back down to factory spec. And top off your coolant if need be. I would let that sit for probably about 20-30 minutes before I start the car, just to give the adhesive some time to set up. And then check for leaks, and then you should be all set. So, you know, after you go back and drive your car around, get at the operating temperature and verify that your heat's back on. All right, that should be it for replacing the thermostat. We will talk to you guys later. Like and subscribe for more tips or some fun stuff that we're doing, like more bike riding or four-wheeling or going out to summit racing. One of our fun pastimes. All right, y'all. Peace.